Hello, welcome to the Bronx Journal. I'm your host, Tara Ernest. Our next guest is a breath of fresh air to the hip-hop game. He doesn't need to follow trends, for he creates them just by being himself. His lyrical mayhem puts him in a class of his own. He dropped his first mixtape, Tunnel Vision, early 2010, and is now ready to drop his third mixtape. Campbell, welcome to the show.
How you doing?
So, can you tell me what made you want to start rapping?
Basically, I grew up on, music. And, once I was introduced to hip hop, it was just exciting for me. So once I got old enough to, pursue it myself, I just took it on from there.
Okay. So about how old were you when you first started rapping?
I played around with it when I was very young, around 13, 14, but I didn't take it seriously until about 17. That's when I took it serious.
Okay. So who would you say is your favorite rapper and why would you say so?
I could name plenty of names. Cameron, Jay-Z, Joe Budden, Lupe Fiasco. So it's a list, but I'm just influenced by a lot of them. That's the main.
Okay. So who would you compare yourself today?
To anyone that's out now?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody?
Nobody.
Okay. So what would you say makes your new mixtape coming out different from your first album, Tunnel Vision?
A lot of growth. Like you said, I was back in 2010, and I've been through a whole lot since then. So, I have a lot to speak about. But also on the flip side, this mixtape coming out is actually, it's more of a different tracks from my older days, from staging back to 2010 on to now. So it's just a collective number of tracks. So you're gonna be able to see the growth of it from the beginning on to now. So, but yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's a lot bigger growth of it, though.
Okay. So what would you say is your favorite album, your favorite song on the album?
On my new one or on my last one?
Either one.
Okay, well, on my first one, Tunnel Vision, one of my favorites is So Cold. That's one of my favorites because it was just, it was more lyrical than anything. It was one of the first songs I had ever put out, get out there to the masses, and it got a great response. And it's a real nice sample to it. And as far as my new one, I can't call it yet. I like them all. I can't call it yet.
Okay. So do you make your own beats?
No, I have in-house producers, and I have a lot of other producers that throw me beats. But mostly through my team, Gym Stars. Marv, he makes a lot of my beats. So yeah.
Okay. So can you tell me more about Campbell and how you came up with this name?
Basically, Compel was I was sitting around the house, honestly, back in high school, and I was just going through the dictionary just trying to find something different. And I came across Compel, and I remember hearing it, but I never thought to even use it as a name. But for the fact that it means to bring force, so to force you to like something, I figured I'm a compel people to like my music, compel you to listen to me. So I figured it would be a dope name. So I just ran with it, and it stuck ever since. So that's it.
Okay. So would you say you have an alter ego?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, I try to be myself as much in my music, but I always got to switch it up, I always got to switch it up, be able to,
Okay, so your real name is Divine, and your stage name is Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me, what's the difference between Divine and Campbell?
Divine is more of the business guy. When it's time to sit down, have meetings with anybody or do any kind of business, you're gonna get Divine. You're gonna get clean, cutthroat guy. So as far as Compel, it's he's down for whatever. He's outgoing.
Okay.
He's just a wild. When I perform or anything, it's anything goes type thing. So
Okay.
that's Compel. But yeah, Divine is a little more laid back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of genre of music do you like?
I like personally all kinds of music. I like good music. That's my genre. Favorite genre is good music, whether it's opera, gospel, rock, rap, R&B, soul. I like it all. You know, my iPod is full of different type of artists.
Okay, so is there any type of music in particular that you like more than others?
Well, I mean, of course, I would say hip hop since I'm a hip hop artist. You know, I like to listen to what's out there, what's going on, but also when I get in certain moods, you know, I might throw in a classic R&B track. You know, take it back to Silk, Mint Condition, stuff like that. Michael Jackson is definitely one of my favorites, so I listen to him a lot. Like he just came out, But yeah, so I like pretty much all kinds of different music. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so do you write your own lyrics?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So what inspires you to rap or write your lyrics?
Anything, any and everything. I could be walking down the street and walk past, a store and think of a line, and I'm like, oh, I gotta write this down somewhere. Or I might be inspired by a conversation I just had with, a regular stranger on the street. It could be anything I'm going through life, anything I'm going through. Whether it's a relationship problem, whether it's something going on with my family, I'm just, I get inspired from anything pretty much, yeah.
So can you give like a specific example of what inspired a song or anything?
Well, I have a song on my new mixtape. It's called Airtime, and basically that was geared from a trip I took to California. We actually got invited to do a show out in Los Angeles, and it was pretty cool. And it was just like a whole different feel. So that song basically is about, how I felt being out there in California, and also how people told me I couldn't do it. I wasn't gonna make nothing out of the music. And now that I'm making these little moves, it's just like I just want to display, that I'm on my way, type thing. So yeah, that's one of my inspirations, and that might be one of my favorites too on a new. Now that I think about it. But yeah, that's one that I definitely got inspiration. I actually wrote that on a flight back from Los Angeles.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why it's called Airtime. So yeah.
Okay, so do you have any other interests other than rapping?
Oh yes, fashion. I am a big fashion head, fashionista, whatever you want to call it. I definitely want to dab into that whole field, and whether it's designing, styling, whatever. I'm just all about being creative. That even goes back to my music. Yeah, so yeah, fashion is definitely, and of course sports. Basketball, football, baseball. I'm just all watching all that. So yeah.
Okay, so is it sometimes challenging to create a new sound?
It can be, because you're scared of the response that you're gonna get from the people. So it definitely can be, and it's so many different sounds out there. So it's like you don't say this and sound like this person or whatever. So yeah, it's very experimental, but yeah, I guess you could say it's kind of difficult. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So do you think you can give us a sample from one of your albums?
Oh yeah, I can actually spit a verse from my favorite song, Airtime. If that's all right with you.
Okay.
Oh, you got to
So,
go now? Okay.
yeah, can you?
I said, I'm often looked at as an a-hole, since I speak the truth, but sometimes that's cold. Questioning in my answers will get you mad though. And I'm thinking like, what the hell you ask for? I get it nowadays, everyone rap flows, and still I have this career path trolls. It's no need for me to change it, since I'm out this world. I'm in space, dog. Call me Astro. My friends and family often try to help me find a 9-to-5, tell me take this and that test. I can find a job that benefits is secure, forget this trying to rhyme. But I know I'm not supposed to have a normal kind of job. I'm not that normal kind of guy. Big things would take over once it's all finalized. I mean, it's obvious, I have to covet the fame. Look at my government name. Hi, I'm divine. It's like,
Thank you. That was nice.
appreciate it, appreciate it.
Okay, that was nice. Thank you. So can you give us some more information of where we can find you?
Oh yes, you can find me on all the social networks, twitter.com at KOMPEL, Instagram at KOMPEL386. You can find me on my Facebook fan page. That's facebook.com/KOMPLS fans, FANS. And you also can find me find some of my music on soundcloud.com/KOMPL. And yeah.
Okay. We'll be back with more from the Bronx Journal.